Have you ever wondered how people in old paintings and vintage films seem to have such perfectly sculpted faces long before the age of filters and editing apps? The secret isn't magic, it's an art form that's been around for centuries. Contouring, believe it or not, the concept of using light and shadow to reshape the face dates back to the 1500s. Stage actors in Elizabethan England would use chalk and soot to make their features more visible to the audience under candlelight. It was all about creating dimension and emphasizing expressions so they could be seen from the back of the theater. Fast forward to the golden age of Hollywood in the 1920s and 30s. Film stars like Marlene Dietrich were pioneers of modern contouring. Makeup artists realized that the harsh studio lights could flatten facial features on camera. So they started strategically applying darker shades under the cheekbones and along the jawline, and lighter shades on the high points of the face. This created the illusion of chiseled bone structure and a more defined profile, which was essential for the dramatic black and white cinematography of the era. They were literally painting with light and shadow to sculpt the perfect face for the camera. This technique wasn't just for the silver screen. By the 1940s and 50s, makeup brands started making contouring products accessible to the everyday woman. The goal shifted from theatrical drama to creating a naturally flawless and polished look. But the core principle remained the same: enhance what you have. For many, this meant creating the look of a more defined jawline, something that has been a beauty ideal across many cultures for generations. It was about feeling confident and putting your best face forward, a sentiment that is just as relevant today as it was back then. Now, let's bring this age-old technique into the present and focus specifically on the jawline. A lot of us feel a bit self-conscious about a double chin, and that's completely normal. But makeup is a powerful tool for self-expression, and it can help you feel more confident. The goal of contouring the jawline isn't to erase anything, but to create a shadow that gives the illusion of more definition. It's all about playing with light. Where shadow exists, the area recedes. Where light hits, the area comes forward. So how do we do it? First, find a contour product that's right for you. A cream or stick contour is fantastic for beginners because it's blendable and forgiving. Look for a shade that is 1 or 2 shades deeper than your natural skin tone and has a cool or neutral undertone. You want to mimic a natural shadow, not a warm, bronzy glow. Think of the color of a shadow on a cloudy day, that S, the kind of tone you're re-aiming for. Avoid anything too orange or shimmery, as that will draw attention rather than create depth. Let's get to the application. Tilt your head up slightly and look in the mirror. Identify the natural line of your jawbone. You're going to apply the contour just underneath this bone, not directly on it. This is a common mistake. Placing the contour below the jawbone is what creates that shadow and sharpens the edge. Start from just under your ear and draw a line along the underside of your jaw, stopping about midway to your chin. Then create a second, softer line right under your chin, where a natural shadow would fall. Now comes the most important part, blending. This is what makes the contour look natural instead of like a stripe of makeup. Using a damp makeup sponge or a dense brush, start to gently tap and buff the product out. The key is to blend downwards onto your neck. If you blend upwards onto your jaw, you'll defeat the purpose and erase that sharp line you're trying to create. Blend until there are no harsh lines and the contour seamlessly melts into your skin. It should look like a subtle, natural shadow, not makeup. To take it a step further, let's use a little light to enhance the effect. Take a concealer that's one shade lighter than your skin tone or a subtle, non-shimmery highlighter. Apply a very thin line of this directly on the edge of your jawbone, right above the contour line you created. This will create a starker contrast between the light and shadow, making your jawline appear even more defined and sharp. Again, blend this out carefully with your sponge or a small brush so it looks seamless. Finally, to make sure your masterpiece lasts all day, you'll want to set it. If you used cream products, go over the contoured areas with a light dusting of a translucent setting powder or a powder contour in a similar shade. Use a fluffy brush and a very light hand. This will lock everything in place and prevent the cream from moving or fading throughout the day. And there you have it, a beautifully contoured jawline that looks natural and enhances your unique features. Using a technique refined over hundreds of years. Thanks for watching.